Okay, everybody. G. Parker here. Pinball FX on the Switch, because I'm too lazy to get up and go turn on the cabinet. But the reason I'm down here is we should be about 2.5 hours away, is my guess, the conclusion of this tournament. 10 weeks of bye week plus 3 weeks of playoffs, 14 weeks. The show. Myself, G. Parker Arcade, Off Good Arcade, the Gaming Road Warrior, Mike Seeby, and Mr. Postow have been sponsoring this tournament. There's no thanks. Let's go over to tournaments.
Tournaments. Active tournaments.
There it is, G. Parker. Time left 2 hours, but there's 4 players. So with that being said, I know I played it to start it. I know Mike had to play it. I know G. Gage had to play it. Maybe Bart jumped in there just so he could see the scores. Maybe somebody else did. But they only got one try and one attempt. So if Mike Seeby and G. Gage both have a score on here, we'll know it's over. G. P. A. R. K. E. R. 3, was it? See, I had not played it on the Switch or even looked at it, just on the Steam, on the pinball cabinet. So this is the first time logging in here, but I can stay sitting down. Is the suspense killing you? Hit OK now, if that's the right password. There you go. As I said, off-grid. Now it looks like off-grid launched and just let it drain. I confess, I launched and hit a ball around a little bit. I don't know what I was thinking, but there you go. Look at that. What a fight to the finish. A hats up to Mike Seeby with one ball. I mean, I batted the ball around and really thought, my score is not going to count, but I thought, what the heck? I'll see. I mean, I tried. Got $1,740,000, and I thought, wow, but I did pretty good. And that got $8,621,000. But G. Gage, come on, that was our guy. $14,247,000. So hats off to G. Gage, everybody. That is our winner of 2023 Fall FX3 Tournament. He will be receiving a $25 gift card. I don't care if it's a Nintendo or a Steam, as long as it's something that I can electronically send to him. Also, he will get a trophy that, as Balls of Slappin' knows and Champagne Room knows, I ordered it from a local distributor, but it's got a custom engraving on it, and they've always delivered, but they're slow. But you will be getting that. This will be the 4th trophy. First 2 trophies went to Balls of Slap, and the second one went to Champagne Room, and now G. Gage is our top guy. $14,247,000. One ball, one try. E.T. the extraterrestrial. So there you go. Hey, back to the show. Hey, welcome. Here we are. There, Mike. Oh, perfect timing. Mike jumped right back in.
Just got back.
I didn't like that mission to run real quick, so I thought I'd just Poe, who knows? He's off playing longer, or I don't know what he's doing, but sitting on the toilet. Who knows? Anyway, but Mike was in here earlier in the green room with me. He said he had to go somewhere, so I thought, you know what? I'll just still start on time, and I'll just run that little video. So there's Mike. Hey, 8 million plus points, one ball, one try. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to beat G Gage, but hey, what the heck? I mean, that was a good game. That was a good game.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to congratulate C Gage too. Good job.
And I do need to get with him if he's here tonight. If not, get a hold of me on the Discord, because I know I've seen you on the Discord, and let me know, because I said the prize is a $25 gift card, but I really don't care as long as I can electronically send it. I don't have to deal with the post office and mailing something. If you want, the simple one actually is a Steam gift card, because Steam lets you actually gift a gift card, I think, just directly. If you're friends, I think I can just say, send him a gift card, and it happens. Nintendo is not as friendly, but it's pretty simple. I just order a gift card from like Amazon to be delivered to me electronically, and just forward you the code. So either way, I don't care, as long as it's something I can do digital. And if you don't want a game, I've given out Starbucks cards too. Those are simple, done electronically. So
Coffee.
I don't care. Now the trophy itself, I'll get together with you. Oh, look, here comes Miss Cheryl. She's sneaking in the room. Let us say hi to Betty. Betty decided to sneak down here, and she wanted to take her.
Hi, Betty.
Betty's going back.
Sorry.
No, she's fine. So anyway, so yeah, I am going to get the trophy put together. It's a cute little trophy. I wish I'd have got the image of it to show here tonight, and I didn't. I've been running behind all day, but it's a cute little trophy. And Ben, this will be the fourth one going out.
Does the trophy look like old Poe?
It looks like Goofy Poe. I don't know. It's a little. I wish I had a picture of it. It's an image. It's an image of. I had an image. It's kind of a goofy little guy holding a. I tried to find.
I remember that one. Yeah, it's the same one again.
I tried to find something that pertained to pinball, and it was almost impossible to find something that was a perfect match. And then I thought, well, this is a goofy little tournament, goofy little guy, but it does say FX3 tournament and have your name on it, say that you're the grand prize winner. So
nice.
That's going to be kind of cool. So,
well, next time if we do this tournament, let's have the face change to Tesla. Then I would have been really motivated to want to win that trophy.
But Tesla are fishtails. Everybody's raving about
either.
Off grid. If you see off grid in the chat, depends on how you're watching. Well, here he comes now. Here comes Mr. Postile. So I'll explain that here in a minute. Let's get Mr. Postile in here. We were worried about you. Somebody said you were sitting on the throne and you fell in. And that's the last time.
I almost did, yeah.
Well, first we should say, I think the first thing that we should say is welcome to the first show. The first show of 2024. So, that's something that bears mentioning. We have been around now, Mike, the episode 37?
Yep.
So,
episode 37. Yep.
And now with Mr. Off-Grid Arcade in absence, and that's what I was going to explain to people. If you see him in the chat, if his accounts and my accounts are linked, so like I can put HELLO. Hell, I can't even spell hello right. I didn't even. I put hell. Anyway, if you see that in the chat, it will probably show up as Off-Grid Arcade. Off-Grid, every time I chat, it shows me and him, and every time he chats, it shows him and me. So whatever. So if you see Bart is not here, unless you see him chat something that I didn't chat. I don't know. This is confusing. It's making my head hurt, so I'm going to quit talking about it. Bart
We
is
did
at
chat.
Bart is at a Arizona Cardinals football game right now, and last I checked, they just started the fourth quarter. And he sent me some pictures of some hot cheerleaders. So, and Bart usually watches the chat, but I can't ignore this guy real quick. First, there's a ton of people here, but I want to mention Big B73. Yes, sir, I do recognize you from leaving comments on. You've been watching my truck sim game, and you crack me up every time I crash, which is often. Yeah, it is. But if you really want to see, and that's true, I'm not going to dispute that. But if you really want to see somebody crash, you need to go see Pixeltorium's channel, which he didn't have that many videos of. But when he does, Derek, and his name is Derek here in the chat. So if you want to see somebody really crash something, that's yeah.
Crashtorium.
Wait till you see his convoy. Yeah, that's definitely Bart, myself, Pixeltorium, and the fellow from the Netherlands. I don't think he's here tonight, but anyway. But I guess I should say, look, Mr. Livewire's here. Grand Design, is that somebody new, Mike? The Grand Design, I think you've seen him here before.
That's Arcade Chaos.
Oh, what's up, Chaos? He is Chaos, that's for sure. But yeah, it's good to see you there, Big B73. And I haven't had a chance to answer your last question of what version or which particular one of those I'm using in that sim dashboard. Because to be honest with you, I just looked in there one time, found the ones I like, and threw them on there, and haven't even opened that up yet to the configuration files. I've just run the thing every time. So if you think seeing me crash is something funny, just how well I know how to operate this stuff is pretty comical. So I will get you that information, though. All I can tell you is one of the ones that if you buy the app, if you get the free version, you can build your own. If you pay for it, you can go out and get these ones that other people, there's a library of ones. And I just sorted through them until I saw one. I said, wow, that one's got a lot of information on it. And so I'm running two sim dashboards, one on a tablet, one on a phone. And the biggest thing I like is the one that tells you how long, really, it may say you got 3 hours left in the game, but it really only got like 9 minutes left. So I know when I've got to leave. So anyway, enough about that, but I did want to recognize the people that are in here. So Bart's not here. Bart's at a football game. Mike bring you up to speed. Mike came in a strong second with 8 million versus G Gauge is, what was it, 14 million or 11 million? I showed the video.
C Gauge, 14,247.
14 million.
14,247. Yep.
And Poe didn't even play.
No.
How come Mike played and you didn't, Poe?
I didn't want to shame them too much,
You can tell when Poe's thinking real hard. He's thinking, Greg's asking me questions that we haven't prepared for. And he's trying to trip me up.
I got a stomach full of rigatoni right now. I'm ready for a nap.
I wanted to say hi to Salty Army's Legion, and we had Shorty's Adventure pop in the chat.
Oh, cool. I hope maybe. Oh, that's because I'm looking at the wrong screen. I'm not. See, Bart's not here to handle this. This is going to be a mess. Okay, yeah, Shorty's Adventure and
Salty Army's Legion.
Yeah, Salty's Army Legion. Yep. Is that somebody new with this? Is that?
He's been here sometimes. That's on my channel.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us. Yeah. Again, this is unscripted and unprepared, and Bart's not here, so it's going to be crap. But it is what it is. So take it away, Poe.
Hey, everybody. Ready for a nap. Oh, we had a late dinner. Late. That's why I'm late. We were up extra late and had some family stuff to take care of. So, yeah, And then I was trying to make a video earlier. I don't know how well that's going to turn out either. Very slow Sunday here.
Well, I'll start. I'll just say what I've been working on, what my goals are. I think the first of the year I'll say what I've been working on, where I'm at, what I'm going to work for the year, and that'll give you two maybe a chance to think about maybe what you might want to participate in that topic. But I just finished up, as you all know. I keep looking at the other screen and I forget that's delayed, and I think, what the hell is going on? I look at this screen. I'm trying to do Bart's job and my job at the same time. It's driving me insane. I'm big, as mentioned here by one of our viewers tonight. Bart and I are both big into the, as Derek is, in the American Truck Simulator. And they have events. Every time they open up a new state, which Kansas was the last one, they had an event for Kansas. You had to do so many jobs in and out of, and you get some little perks for doing it. Certain things are available to you that are not available to everybody else. They also did a Winter Wonderland one, so I just finished that up. Matter of fact, the conclusion of that one will be airing tonight at 9:00 Central Time after the show. So that's what I've been doing. My goal is to continue to try to get bigger and better on that American Truck Simulator. I mean, it's kind of a cool simulation, real life, trying to make money and hire drivers, and it involves a little bit of strategy. It's a lot of fun. But I plan on doing a lot of other stuff, and I think since we finished this pinball tournament, the other thing I'm going to get together with these guys on, but it's going to be a topic we're going to talk about, is continuing our little challenges, so to speak, on our arcade games. And I know that we have done, help me out, guys, I know we did Centipede. We did Mario Brothers, the first Mario Brothers.
Joust.
Yep, Joust. Yep.
And then Elevator Action, which, I'm going to be totally honest. I picked that game. I didn't know how to play it. I'd played it before, but I didn't know how to play it. And then I watched Bart play it, and I said, well, I didn't know your objective was to go to the bottom and escape in the car. I just thought you kept shooting guys. I kept thinking, why am I not accomplishing anything other than getting a score? I'm getting more score. Where am I supposed to be going? So I knew I had the game. I knew you guys had it. I knew I had played it before, but all I'd done was shoot people. I didn't know the objective. So then I watched Bart play it, and I watched Poe play it, and then I realized that I should have just pulled my video. It was not. I just. So I think that's something else we plan on doing. Plus, Derek's working real hard on keeping the Discord going, which that's where we post a lot of that stuff. So we're kind of encouraging people to get on the Discord. It doesn't cost anything. Keep track of our pinball stuff. Plus, there's a lot of good banter going on back and forth there too. So,
yeah. Did you see that question by Big B73? He says, "Do you guys drive truck in real life?" I don't drive truck, but I jockey trailers at work every day. So you and Poe, you guys drive truck? Have you ever driven a truck?
Well, for me, I can say this. No, I was a firefighter. I retired as a firefighter, and at one point in my career, I was the fire truck driver. So I guess I drove a truck, but no, nothing like these things. And even the tractor trailer truck that I drove, I didn't drive the front. I drove the back.
You were a back seat driver.
Yeah.
The back door driver.
I did drive the front as well. I drove the front as well, but the back driving job was the coolest one because, first of all, chicks dug it. When you were going down the road and they saw that big hook and ladder, the guy in the back's the cool guy, sitting there up there on the tall in the back.
You the guy that threw the Tootsie Rolls during the parade?
Yeah.
I would have loved you the most too then.
But also, you didn't have to know. The guy in front had to know where you're going. You didn't have to know where you're going. Your whole objective back there was to not hit anything. That's your only objective. There was no gas pedal, no brake. If you did hit something, it was the guy in front's fault. If you ran something wrong, it was the guy in front's fault. and you didn't have the captain next to you nipping in your ear because you were back there by yourself. The worst thing I can think about that is you go to a fire, you'd be all soaking wet, and you'd, especially in the wintertime, you'd jump in that heated cab. The first ones they had didn't even have a cab. You'd get back to the fire station, you'd be frozen to the seat. They'd literally get the garden hose out and rinse you off the seat. But the later ones came out with a cab, but you'd close the door, and you'd get just get to that right temperature. You'd have the defrosters on it, but it'd get to a certain thing where all of a sudden the windows would just go fog up. But now you can't see anything to not hit anything. So now you're just strapping your pants, holding that wheel as straight as you can, thinking, I hope we don't hit nothing. So yeah, but the advantage too, though, is if you drove the front end, you didn't have to. So you watch me try to back up an American truck sim. I can't back up. But when you back up with a rear driver, that's the most he has to work is when you're backing up, because he puts the trailer in and you're driving a straight. You just worry about that little tractor in front. All you worry about when you're driving the front end. Everything. So I talked for 20 minutes about that's my driving career. No, never drove a big semi or any kind of truck other than a fire truck, which was big, but you had a guy driving the back. Nice. So, Poe, you ever drive a truck?
Well, not like that. Different tow vehicles in the Air Force and stuff. We had some really cool ones like the Ent Whistles and the Eagles, to tow things out to the flight line to the B-52s. And some of those had all-wheel steering where the wheels, the front and back, would turn together, or you could have them turn separate from each other. Make it easy to get in front of the trailer you needed to pick up,
Oh.
Pretty nifty. Yeah, pretty neat. And then everyday work, we got to use forklifts and stuff like that at work at the steel mill, of course. But no tractor trailers or anything like that for me.
Nice.
And Mike, you did you do that when you were you were a CB though? You probably drove.
Yeah. What's kind of funny? I actually did drive a truck. I think it was a Mercedes type truck that we had in the Navy.
Oh,
but
you're one of those guys. I got you. One of those guys.
Well, no, not one of those guys. I got trained up to drive for it because during that time we were going to go to Kosovo. So the EOs, which are the equipment operators in the CBs, they're the ones that drive the vehicles. My job would be BU, which is a builder. So I did construction work. But the reason being I had to get trained how to drive a truck is because I was the comms guy. So if the driver gets killed, like via sniper or being shot at, and then he couldn't drive, he was incapacitated, I would have to take over the truck and drive it to safety. So I got put on a one-day training on the base, driving this Mercedes truck. And it had, thankfully, it didn't have the shifters because of I don't want to drive a big semi truck. And then it's like, oh, it's an automatic. This shouldn't be a problem, but I remember getting trained, driving around base, and I think I scared half the base because my truck, because I had the trailer behind me, it looked like it almost hit people. And then, of course, I had another guy, the EO1, which was the equipment operator, first class. He's like, Mike, you're about to hit that car, so he would help me steer. And then, just helped me train to get that, get how to get familiar with driving the truck around base. But that was a pretty scary experience, but it was kind of cool once we got, after we got trained up. I think we did it for 2 or 3 weeks, and then they gave me a kind of a temporary license to drive the truck. But after that, I never touched it because thankfully the driver never got killed when I rode with him doing comms. So yeah, pretty cool. But it's I did not enjoy driving it, especially when you're driving and there's other traffic. I always get scared I'm gonna hit the trailer with cars because I never did kind of figure that out. I did having the other guy help me, but it's I don't know if I can do deliveries because I know how to get away. That'd probably be my main concern. Get back to base, get out here, you drive it. I don't want to back it in, take over, and that's it. So yep.
Salt the Army Legion there says that's awesome. His stepdad was a CB, so that's cool.
Oh, nice.
And Derek's got to say here, based on Greg's comment, I clearly don't. I'm a computer guy. So, and that is obvious. There's no doubt. And Grand Design put something up here. You guys got to play Anna Lynn. So Anna Lynn for $5.
Oh,
Is that
I seen them play that. It's
Yep.
like mappy in a way, kind of, because it's like this little lady with a pickaxe, and there's like snakes chasing. So I just got to watch it prior to us going on the show. I was kind of listening to Arcade Chaos's gameplay of it, and that looked fun. Yeah, it kind of reminds me. Remember that other game with the donut dodo? So that's the one he was playing, and it's $5 on the Nintendo Switch that you can get it.
Mr. Livewire drove a straight truck.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
yeah, I'll have to look up that game at the Nintendo Play Store. That sounds fun. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing that last night. I did catch part of it, but then I think it kind of froze up on him, so he started playing something else. But that was pretty late last night. I had to get to bed. I think that was like 2:30 in the morning or something like that.
Oh yeah. I've been looking at a lot of Nintendo. So Mike, you did a. Mike does a lot of, I call them documentaries or things about different videos. Did you do one on the Switches on Nintendo in general, or was it just particular games on Nintendo?
No, I did my Nintendo one. If it's consoles, it was the GameCube. So I did a video on the GameCube.
Right.
But that's like an early video, so it's just me trying to figure out how I was going to do it. So I wouldn't recommend anybody watching that one, because it was just me trying to get a foothold how to do, documentary videos until, like now I'm kind of getting the swing of things, how to do documentaries. But that was actually an early video that I did. But no, I never did the Nintendo Switch. I probably will do one later, because that would be a good console to do a documentary on.
There's G Gage. Welcome, G Gage. He says good evening and good game last week, Mike. So he's throwing a shout out to you. And like I said, G Gage, let's get together and you can have.
Oh yeah. I want to congratulate you, G Gage. Congratulations.
And I'm going to get your trophy ordered. I'll need
Good
once
game.
that comes in, it's going to be weeks. This place that's local, but it seemed to be slow, but that's okay. But I will get you your trophy. I'll need to get a mailing address from you at some time. And then also let me know what you want for your gift card. I don't care if it's a Steam gift card, a Nintendo gift card, just something that I can send to you electronically. And both of those I do know how to do. So just get with me on that. Don't do it here tonight because I'm not doing very good on it. That thing tonight. Mark's not here, so I'll screw it up. But well, the reason I asked about the Nintendo is it's funny today. I just had some free time, and I got to watching a documentary on Nintendo. So I got a question for you guys and the audience, but I want to see if anybody in the audience can answer it first. Is the Kirby? Does anybody know how Kirby got his name?
Yeah.
And Nintendo. You do, Mike?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard the story before from Nintendo. I'm trying to remember if I can remember exactly how this one went.
He's named after somebody.
Right.
So, I think it's a
That
lawyer.
wasn't it.
I think Mike.
I think it was their lawyer. Yep.
Yeah.
Who's their lawyer? Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting story that Nintendo put out Donkey Kong in an arcade, in the arcade cabinet. That's what got a lot of this started, was when they went into the arcade cabinet thing, and Warner Brothers sued them, saying it looked too much like King Kong and had the name Kong in it. And they said, they were going to bankrupt Nintendo over this. I mean, it was just crazy what they were asking for in damages. And they hired a lawyer, and this lawyer in the U.S., but the lawyer visited Japan, and he went all over, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry had a sign up, Donkey Kong hamburgers, Donkey Kong this, long before Nintendo even called it Donkey Kong. That was one thing, and he told the judge. He says, first of all, they didn't sue these people, and it was also some type of translation anyway. There was something in the translation or the slang over there or something that was just a common thing to call. It was just a common thing to use the term Donkey Kong. So the judge overturned it, saved Nintendo's butt, and the name of the attorney, I forget, I think his first name was John. His name was John Kirby. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Of course, years later, fast forward years later, a movie company approaches Nintendo wanting to use their characters in a movie. Nintendo says, why not? It's nothing but advertising for us. And it happened to be Warner Brothers, the same company that tried to blow them up a few years before. So it shows you how weird different things go around. So anyway, piece of trivia I learned today. Got one I'm keeping in my back pocket for later. So if we get bored, I'll bring it up. So what are you guys' thoughts for next year? Mike, start with you. You got any thoughts for next year? What you're going to put? You're going to put more videos out on? What are you going to do?
Actually, I've been kind of toying around with. What is going on here? Hold on. Well, actually, I was toying around with doing a. My computer's about to die. Hold on. There we go. Well,
don't want to interrupt you, but we can get back.
Someone coming in?
Oh, yeah.
It's super loud here. I can't hear you guys. The game just ended and we lost. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. I'm going to go.
Okay, well, he jumped in.
My part. Kelly.
He said they lost. I assume that he's referring to it was tied when I saw it at the start of the fourth quarter, and I'm assuming he's meaning we. I mean, he must be referring to Cardinals because I know that's where they're at. They're at their stadium down there. So go ahead, Mike, before we got interrupted by the that is cool, though.
Sure.
It looked like it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, so for next year, what's that?
No, go ahead, Mike.
You want me to start? All right. So, I'm thinking about doing, I'm still going to be doing the documentary videos, of course. And then I think I have enough retro games, even though I'm going to be covering other retro stuff. So I'm thinking about going towards the PlayStation 2. I have something to be able to record off of it. I got to test it first before, actually do a video on that. If I can, it's going to be kind of a different type of documentary, probably like a storytelling. So that's one of my things I'm planning on doing on my channel. It's going to be called Tales from the Gaming Wasteland. So it's going to be kind of like that you can listen to. And it has something, with I'm trying to think of the term paranormal. I think Chaos would like that, right? But yeah, it'll have something to do with that, but related to video games, of course. And I wanted to try that video out. And then I have another one relating to what I told you guys about when I drove, we got training for the truck and for Kosovo. I want to actually talk about that, like the gaming memories I had there when I was in Kosovo. So I'm actually thinking about doing that after I get the Chrono Trigger video done, which right now I did film the skits. So I did have skits in it with Wendigo. And then after I got that done, I uploaded it today, and then I'll be working on the video later. So the editing part's going to take a while, then it should be uploaded. I'm hoping, maybe Friday it'll be done or Saturday. But yeah, that's all I got that I'm going to be doing for the next year. So I have those two things. I just want to see and test them out. If people like that, then if they do, I might actually go in that general direction on my videos. So, but if people do tend to like more of the normal documentaries, which I kind of tested that theory, I guess it depends on the game, because I did Sonic, and even though it had a lot of people watching, I think I got 845 people that watched that video. It wasn't like the other ones. Like I did Maniac Mansion, that actually broke 1K. I think it's up to 6,000 right now on the views, and so people like that. But that was kind of a I didn't think so. For some reason, it seemed to be very controversial, and then and I just made it because Nintendo's very strict when it comes to their content for putting out for people to watch, because it's supposed to be a family-friendly game. But when you get to play the game, which you can play on PC, it's not that bad as far as what Nintendo, censored in that video. But I seem to recall when I was like looking at it, like, wow, there's actually some people that didn't like the video. I'm like, I wonder what they found offensive by it. Maybe, some of the jokes I had, I wasn't sure. But when I did a comparison with that Sonic, I'm like, oh, but for some reason I had the most subscribers from that channel, unlike the other one where I kind of played it safe. I didn't do any skits, just a normal documentary with Sonic. And yeah, I didn't get quite a lot of subs. I think I had like 12 or something that subbed on because of that video, but more people are actually just watching the Maniac Mansion one. So yeah, I don't know, but that's why I want to kind of curve in that direction. See, well, maybe I'll try to do that other ones, kind of like a storytelling format with the PlayStation 2, because there's like 3 games I want to cover on that. Then I'll see about the story, like when I was in Kosovo with my gaming. I have some gaming stories I want to share with everybody on the channel with that. So we'll see how it goes. That's it.
Cool. I noticed that Grand Design put Bart. He's referring to Bart. I'm sure you made an appearance, so his streak still lives. That's right. If he had not appeared tonight, Poe would have been the longest standing member of this panel that had not missed a show. But now Bart has remained in the running for that. So, and another thing, real quick, I wanted to mention too is Mr. Livewire. I did want to thank him publicly on the show. He sent me a copy of Sonic on the Steam as a gift to me at the first year. So I want to thank him for that. And yeah, he's right. I did get a lot of views on that, and that is a fun game that I have. I did realize I had played it before, but not to the level that I'm able to play it to now by having it on this system. So I think it is. I think you can play that on the Nintendo on the online if you belong to that extension pack where you can play certain old other games online. I think Sonic's on there, but I don't know if it's that version of the game. But I am enjoying that thoroughly. It is a lot of fun. Hello, Hollywood Polo. So,
Polo.
New Year's, I think everybody's having a pretty good New Year. I don't know, we're all still in one piece. So that being said, Poe, moving on to you, what do you think? What for next year? What are you looking at doing more?
No changes. No changes. If you don't like it, screw you.
Okay.
No. No. Probably. I am having a great time with the iArcade and doing videos on that thing. It's a lot of fun. So that's actually what I was doing today. Since Bart played Mr. Do's Wild Ride, I love the Mr. Do games, and I actually requested that one and Mr. Do Run, another Mr. Do game. I asked the guys at PAX R Us if they could package that one up and put it on there, because I really wanted those games on my arcade. And you can do it yourself if you have the MIA and everything, but those guys make a lot of nice artwork and the instruction And I know they could do a better job than me at that. So I requested those 2 games, and they put them on there, and I put them on the arcade. So today I did a recording of me playing the arcade version of it. And last year, I think it was CollectorVision made a homebrew of it for the ColecoVision. And so I also recorded myself playing this again. Now, last year I made a video of me playing this version, but I wanted to put them back to back so you could kind of see how good of a job CollectorVision did making this game for the old ColecoVision. So when I finally get a chance at some point this week, I'll edit it all and put me on there for 5 hours talking and putting you all to sleep, and then the gameplay, like I always do, and then we'll get that video out to you. And I got a couple homebrews in the mail yesterday that I'm excited for, and these were for the Intellivision, and that's fast food. My buddy Brian from Brian's Man Cave actually programmed. He made this game. It was originally an Atari 2600 game, and he programmed this, and they had it up for sale over at Intellivision Revolution. And my buddy Adam at Hippo Bites, he actually bought this for me as a gift and had it sent to my house. He has a cool channel. I've actually been subscribed to him and finally just met him when I was on Retro Bliss's show right before Christmas. And he bought this for me just for the heck of it. And I thought that was awesome. But I always loved this game. I have the 2600 version right here. And this is my cartridge from when I was a kid. And my sister and my brothers and I would play this game for hours. And then when I saw that Brian from Brian's Man Cave made this for the Intellivision, I knew I had to have it. But these are the kind of things where if you don't buy them right away, then they're kind of gone forever. So I wanted the physical version of it. I know he's planning on selling the ROM on his own website eventually, but I wanted to have the physical version of it. And the other thing I got from them yesterday was ET. Somebody made the infamous 2600 ET for the Intellivision. So the notorious. And so we had that. I can't wait to try this out. Yeah, well, here's my 2600 copy. It's all beat up. It looks like it was in a landfill somewhere. That actually belongs to my boy. That's the landfill one. That's this is the first Atari game my boy bought years back. We were at a little mom and pop vintage game store, retro game store, and he wanted to buy an Atari game, and he bought ET. It's all chewed up, but yeah, somebody made it here this past year for the Intellivision. They improved the graphics, and we'll see how it plays. We'll do that on the show too. So maybe I'll do that on the show here.
Yeah. Did they ever come out with a television Raiders of the Lost Ark? Because I saw Brian's Man Cave play that before, and that's the one I'd like to get my hands on.
I think it's out of stock. And actually, when we got this one, this was the last physical version. This isn't even on their website now. So when we ordered this one, it said last one in stock. But I'm not sure if the ROMs are available anywhere for these or not now. I think there's still some fast food coffees left. So that was one that, man, when I was a kid, we played that game for hours on the 2600. So when I saw that Brian made this, plus he added different ways to play it too. It's not just a straightforward game. He added
nice.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But since I had already planned on playing Do Run first, I wanted to cover that first on my channel. And then I really wanted to take some time with these. So
yeah, I do like that ET. That ET box that's awesome looking.
Yeah, and I haven't even opened it yet. Maybe I'll do that right now because I want to see what the overlays. And television games have overlays and instruction manuals, and it's not sealed or anything. So the cartridges are always just kind of plain for Intellivision games. They don't have fancy labels. They just usually have the title, and so that's just the title.
Nice
on the cartridge. And it does have an instruction manual here for it. I don't know if they got fancy with it or not here, but
when you're getting that, I'm just going to address a couple of these chats. Big B73. No, I do not play that in VR, but I do believe if you go back in the history of Bart's channel, you may find him playing some in VR. I have not done truck sim. I've done the flight sim in VR, but not the truck, and I will try it again sometime. Okay, go ahead, Paul. I just wanted to address some of those questions.
Yeah, it is a full color manual, so it looks really nice. You're seeing it all first right here on the show. Well, I mean, aside from the 50 other YouTubers that already covered this game, but I'm always late to that. And here's the overlays. They look pretty sweet. There's BT's penis touching a finger.
Wow.
And it looks like there might be a poster in here. So,
Oh, nice.
no, not really a poster, but kind of. It's okay. It's the instructions in poster form, so you don't have to keep opening the manual. You can put the little poster.
Cool.
That is cool. That's pretty well put together. Somebody did a good job on getting that put together.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I think the overlays are pretty slick. So yeah,
Man, Designer Chaos asking when we're going to play some Nintendo Sports on the Switch. You know, that's something we need to do again, guys. As we played VR golf on the VR headsets and stuff. But remember, we had those. That'd make a good video for some time. That Nintendo Sports on the Switch. I know we've all bowled. Didn't we all bowl at least once on the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
We did.
yeah, that's just a good time, and it's available. Of course, I could turn around and ask Chaos too when he's going to play. Gosh, what was that game you used to play online, Chaos, that you streamed? Jackbox, Jack something where you, I don't know, it's trivia questions and stuff. That was a lot of fun.
Jack
Yeah,
off?
yeah.
Is it Jack off?
It was Jackass. He used to hook them battery cables to his nipples.
Trying to catch up on anything else. So it sounds like you both got some plans for some cool stuff, but I agree with your first comment, Bo. Even though I've got some ideas of doing stuff, it's going to be basically the same. If I see something and I like it, I'm going to play it. It's just like playing that, what's that, Wreckfest?
Oh, that was awesome. And I first saw your video on Facebook. You did a reel or whatever. And I'm going down through my Facebook feed, and I stopped and I saw that. And I'm like, this looks freaking hilarious. You're on the tractor and people were flying everywhere. I'm like, I got to check this game out. So that's always the first thing I do is check PlayStation to see if it had been on PlayStation Plus, and there it was, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's free for me, so I'm downloading that bad boy.
Well, I go to this local Walmart, and of course they got the big case that's got the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Nintendo Switch, the 60, 70, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90 games. And then right around the corner, right next to the arcade one-up crap, there is just a bunch of them laying around. Well, let's stop all the comments and go to our reporter in the field.
Oh, it's Digital Victory. Hey. Oh, my gosh.
What's up, guys?
Oh, they're done with the show?
Hey.
No. How's it going? I'm in the car now. I can actually hear what's going on.
Well, the main thing we determined was we announced the winner of the tournament. G Gage is here with us tonight. And the main thing we determined is you are now, that Poe is not officially the only one that's made every video now. Just by creeping in here, you have kept your streak of never missing a show. So Poe is not the standalone.
Full disclosure, I almost didn't make it. I ate so much rigatoni, then I tried to pee real quick, and I pushed a little too hard. I thought I was going to have to change my britches.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. We're kind of stuck in traffic here. I just came out and started the car, and we're just sitting here waiting. Let everyone drive out. But
We're going to get a driving sim in real life here?
It's a driving sim,
It's a parking sim.
parking simulator. It's a very
Oh, no, wait
exciting
a second.
game.
Are you two going to make out now?
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, this is an OnlyFans thing. Okay, well,
This is
$5. $5.
Yeah, let's get those super chats coming in. Come on.
right. Right. Wow. Yeah. This thing I noticed when I try to join in the studio, it just throws me right on the live show when I'm on my phone. It doesn't put me in the green room. So sorry to just barge in.
No, that's you're good.
I didn't want to take over the show all of a sudden, but
So Seattle lost, huh?
no, Seattle won
By
1 point.
Oh,
Missed 2 field goals. What's his name? The kicker for the Cardinals. He made his 400th field goal during this game, and then he missed 2 in the end, and we lost 21-20.
wow.
So
It was exciting.
yeah, it was a good game though. That's all I was hoping for, was a good game. So, yeah, so it was fun.
Tell us this interesting part about this trip here is, this is the last season game. It's a regular season game. And the reason Bart couldn't tell for sure whether he'd be on the show or not, he's had these tickets for a while. But this shows you it's all show me the money. They would not let the fans know. Now, you'd think you pay money for tickets, they'd pick a time, but they wanted to see how it shook out as to which games were going to be the most important games to put on Sunday night football. I assume there's a Monday night football tomorrow night.
Right. Yeah.
So they did not even have the schedule finalized until early this week because they wanted to see how the playoffs shake down.
Yeah, last Sunday they confirmed that it would be on Sunday, and then on Monday they changed the time for the game by an hour. So we didn't know until Monday exactly what time we needed to be here at the stadium. But yeah, it's kind of it was bittersweet for the Seattle fans. A lot of Seattle fans in Phoenix, by the way. There were about 65,000 people at this game. I was shocked how crowded, how full the stands were.
35,000.
And a lot of Seattle fans. And, of course, they won the game 21-20, but they announced right about the 2-minute warning that Green Bay won their game against the Bears, and that kicked Seattle out of the playoffs. So they won this game, but they're still out of the playoffs. So, and the Cardinals, they were playing. That probably helped their draft pick. I think they're 4-12. So
yeah,
they were playing for pride, but it was a good game. It was fun. It was fun. So I see G Gage is here. Congratulations, G Gage. I didn't get to congratulate you, and so that's cool. But anyway, so what were you guys talking about? What did I miss? Just if you could just recap the last 45 minutes, that would be great.
start over.
Can you start over?
Well, let me just say this: that since we're on football, the Chiefs did win. I didn't watch the game. I watched part of the game, but I normally would have had the game on down here, but it didn't matter. Same thing. Chiefs game. It didn't matter because they didn't even play Patrick Mahomes because we were already in the playoffs. The only difference is we've made the playoffs every year for years, but we don't have a home field advantage because we suck so bad that we didn't get one of those seeds or whatever they call it. But they did win 13-12, but there was a 6.5 point spread, so they didn't make the spread. So anyway, but it didn't really matter. So yeah, I know what you mean about different things happen in certain ways. No, what we were talking about was plans for next year, which didn't amount. I don't know. We haven't really talked about anything important. I don't know. Did we, Poe, Mike?
I thought we just started. I don't remember.
Yeah. I kind of figured it doesn't really count until I'm here anyway. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
So-
I've been trying to keep track of this. I've been trying to keep track of the chat. Oh, certain people have asked. We've got a fellow here with us that's been watching my videos on American Truck Simulator, and I'm trying to bring up something of his right now. That's one of you guys. Go see. I don't have you to handle this for me, Bart, but he was asking if any of us really drove a truck in real life. I don't remember if I asked for you or not, but I don't think you've driven a truck in real life, have you, Bart?
no, just a pickup truck. I pulled plenty of trailers, but just with a pickup. So
Yeah, it's big
Yeah.
big B73, and
oh, I think we've been chatting in one of my videos. He came to my channel through your channel.
yeah, I think he did mention that, and real good guy. He want to know if we played. Yeah, I want to know if we played in VR too, and I have not, but I think you did originally, didn't you?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's what we were chatting with last. He said he noticed that I had done one or two in VR in the beginning, and asked why I do it all flat screen now. And I told him it's just because of ease of recording. It's a pain to set everything up and record in VR, and then with my 2060 card, I'm kind of pushing it to run VR, let alone run VR and record it at the same time. So it's really taxing on my system.
Right.
So that's why. And then he asked me if I play. He was like, "Do you play in VR when you're not recording?" Then I said, "I record everything I drive, so I don't really. I'd figure if I'm driving, I might as well record it." So, but yeah, we've been chit chatting on there. I don't think he said it out loud or typed it out loud, but I'm pretty sure he was thinking. He came to watch my videos because he wanted to see some good driving for a change. I think that's what
Well, he implied that he did like watching my crashes. He said he laughs every time he sees me crash, which is quite often.
Yeah.
Which is true. But I told him he hadn't seen any crashing at all until he watches Derek play.
Right. Yeah. I was going to say he thought he'd have a good crash-free session when he watched you and Derek both, and it just got worse. But yeah, watch my Winter Wonderland ones when I had that winter slippery mod and the winter. If he wants to see Rex, I got Rex aplenty in that series.
My final
I
Winter
went down
Wonderland.
I went down in that tunnel and it just sucked me to the wall, and I'm just picking up speed, grinding on the wall. I'm like, what's going on? I've got the brakes to the floor and I'm picking up speed, hitting the wall. Oh, Derek's here. I didn't know Derek was here. I wouldn't have said anything about him. Oh yeah, I would have.
Hey, he played elevator action. Did you watch the video, or am I the only one that watched it?
I don't. I have Derek blocked on everything except for StreamYard, so I'll have to unblock him.
Yeah.
But
I watched it just
saw
because I needed something to put me to sleep, so I watched it. That voice, you know. Hey, everybody, how you going? This is Pixatorium here.
Well, I figured after watching the Cardinals lose, I would need something to make me laugh, so I figured I'd watch Derek play elevator action. Mike, did you play elevator action yet?
No, not yet. I gotta try that.
He was
what's
watching
the
all of
holdup
us.
here?
He's watching all of us first to see how he can cheat and win again. I mean,
Yeah.
to see how to do it.
Because these two
I gotta wait.
characters
I gotta
won't
wait till
give
the
me-
last minute.
they won't give me the official win in this thing until you play. They keep saying that was a really good game, but Mike's gonna kick your ass. So I'm like, dang it, come on now.
And see, G
I might do it
Gauge
tonight then. I might play it tonight then.
Yeah.
G Gauge says this, and I saw him put that in our Discord too. That he likes to try to go as far as he can without shooting. See
Without
how long
shooting. Hey, I did. As a side note, I did get a $10 soda
Ooh.
at the game, so that's good. and then before you can finish the deal, you have to choose a tip amount for the girl that just filled me the wrong soda. But $10, but it is a hard plastic cup, so that's
It's
cool.
refillable.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Derek play elevator action for a good laugh, and I'm looking forward to Mike playing so I can officially be crowned the elevator king. Does G Gage? Does he not make videos? He should make a video of him playing it. I'd like to watch that.
I know
Okay, that killed the conversation.
Yeah.
I even forgot where we were at. We were discussing a lot. Oh, I know. We were talking about doing more of this next year. Aside from the pinball tournament, is trying to come up with more ways to maybe organize. That was one of my thoughts. This gaming thing where we're doing the retro gaming, keeping scores, and some way to kind of maybe turn that into something a little bit bigger than what we're doing now, and that is maybe making Bart do another spreadsheet or something. I don't know.
Right.
Of course, you got to have some way of verifying your play. But I've got some ideas on how you can do that. But just take a picture, put it on the Discord of your score. Well, there's a group that does pinball tournaments on pinball, VPX pinball, that I used to belong to, and I just quit doing it because I didn't have enough time. But they had a cool thing. You just took a Post-it note. You took a score with your Post-it note, and you put a Post-it note next to the score, and they told you what word to write on that. So you couldn't just take a picture of a score from 10 years ago and put it up. You had to have a Post-it note with like a password on it. Well, you took that and posted it. Well, that was your proof of your score, and it had to be within that time frame. You wouldn't have known what to put on the Post-it note. It was kind of a great way to keep everybody straight. And so, yeah, pictures attached in this. Okay, Discords. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, Derek. Derek. Oh, he had slapped me for that. Okay, G-Gage. Yeah, we'll look forward to that. So,
Yeah, I scored. He's got on there. I don't know if that's another. Yeah, I'll check that out too. But yeah, we'll look into that because that would be interesting to make these things a little more, get more people involved. Because right now it's just the four of us play and Derek and then everyone else just was like, yeah. But it would be neat to get more people involved.
yeah, and it's fun to play. And I've never been hung up on I always try to find the arcade version when I'm playing it, which I have I have a lot of games, but who really cares? I mean, you gotta. I mean, that elevator act. Well, not elevator action. The Mario game. Again, I played it on the Raspberry Pi, which was the arcade version, using the Gamer Pro sticks. I could have easily played it on the Switch. I mean, whatever. If you suck at one, you're going to suck at them all. It doesn't matter, which I do. Paul and I pretty much suck pretty much at everything. Right?
Yeah, but we always have Derek. We always have Derek.
To these
actually, Derek did beat you at elevator action. Spoiler alert.
Yes, he did. Hey, Cheryl, did you get her? Did you get her?
I think a 4-year-old kid at the arcade that can't even see above the control deck would have beat Greg.
Well, I told everybody this earlier. You weren't here. You weren't here when I told this. I knew I had the game, and I played it before, but I never understood it. I just knew that I was running around shooting people, but I never knew the end game. I never knew what your accomplishment was. So I just was shooting around shooting people till I died, and then I ended it. Well, then I watch you and I go, well, what's this going down to the bottom floor, getting in the car and driving off? Who came up with that shit? And what's with the red doors? I didn't know.
Oh my God.
I was watching you play, and I'm like, I don't think Greg knows the object of this game.
No, I didn't.
You get off the elevator, and the elevator would go down.
Oh, wait a
without
minute.
you. It's elevator action. The clue is in the title. You want to stay on that elevator. But
Wait, there were elevators in that game? Well, now I got to play
Yeah.
all over again.
Yeah.
You learn something.
Yeah,
you learn something new every day.
Yeah, I think that game that I played, I think that game that I played it for the tournament thing that we did, I think that's the best game I ever had. I don't think I ever made it to the third building before. It was I just had a crazy lucky game, I think. So, I don't know. Kind of like that game of Logger I had where I scored a whole bunch and made it on multiple screens. I played again after that, and I couldn't get nearly as well as far. Oh, Derek said, and you can jump. You can jump. I didn't do that because you can ninja kick those guys in the face and kill them. But I didn't do that in my video because it's fun to do. But I was just trying to get to the bottom and get in that hot rod Ford Fiesta and burn out.
I mean, if we
Well,
don't do the arcade challenge each week, maybe we could just do karaoke.
Yeah. Mike can do laugh tracks now and applause tracks. So that would
Yeah,
be
that's
good.
right.
I bought my my gaming mixer.
Nice.
Laugh tracks.
It's in your face, but you can't grab it. How's that?
Nice.
I wouldn't even worry about moving because nobody's just has been.
Gosh, I just tripped off.
And going a different line because.
Well, I was going to go out that way.
Um,
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to get out of this parking lot because some of this traffic is breaking up. Not this way though. I don't know. The car that's right in front of me, I think they're turning around
yeah, there's 4 cars that have backed up.
because there's something going on to the left. I don't know. Is
Yeah.
my audio even close to being okay? Because I think
Yeah.
my phone connected to the car, and you guys are coming through the car speakers. And I was like, I didn't even ask if it's.
Yeah, but
No.
you went from daylight to nighttime since you've been on here, so
Yeah.
I'm sitting there waiting for
Yeah, I turned on the inside light in here to try to get a little lighting on my bald head. But, probably we'll get better ratings if you can't see my face clearly. All right, guys, I'm going to jump out of this show, and then I'm going to drive back to my mom's house, which will take me 20 times longer to get out of this parking lot than to get to my mom's house. It's just 6 miles down the road. You can almost see the stadium from my mom's place, but getting out of the parking lot might be the challenge. So, but anyway, I'll watch the show when I get back and see what all I missed.
Miss much.
We'll have it. Kelly's got it already pulled up on her phone, and she'll turn up the volume on her phone, so I'll know the shit talk that Greg starts doing. 'Cause I know Mike and Poe aren't going to defend me at all. Well, Mike might. Poe's going to pile on. Poe will be like, get him, Greg, get him. Mike will think about it, at least. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Mike's pretty loyal to the guy that holds the button that can do this. So,
That's true. That's true. All right,
Matter of
guys,
fact-
I'm going to cut out.
well, with that in mind, did you have anything else you wanted to say, Bart? Ah, hell with him. He's gone.
I mean,
I got that.
what's funny is I flipped off the speaker where I can hear it, not the camera. I'm like, yeah. So now this guy in front of me thinks I'm flipping him the bird. I'm probably going to get shot before I get out of this parking lot. All right, guys. I'll catch you later.
All right. See you, Bart.
Later.
See
How do
ya.
I get out of
Bart.
here?
I don't know.
God, I thought he'd never leave. Oh, he's still here. Shit.
Oh, you know
Hey,
what?
okay,
We kind of
Now,
missed somebody. Mike's gaming gala was here too.
Oh,
okay.
no, Mike.
So
By
I
the
was
way,
just
he
waiting-
did.
Yeah.
He did win
Go ahead.
YouTuber of the Year, Mike's Gaming Gala. So he'll be hosting
nice.
YouTuber. He'll be hosting the YouTuber of the month, all of 2024 on his channel.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
I want to ask them real quick. G Gauge put it in the chat.
Mhm.
Oh, where did it go? It said something about in the Discord. You know, I'm really if you're around here, Derek, I'm looking in the Discord. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking under arcade chat. Is that where he put his high score? Well, I hope I didn't lose you guys. Because I lost you guys. Okay. I see here. I don't know. I'll figure this all out later. I'm having a terrible time figuring this Discord. I get it, and then I don't get it. So anyway, we can, but it looks like G Gauge might have posted his score on there, and we'll have to work on that, Derek, to try to see how we can make the Discord a user-friendly place to score these retro scoring things, post a picture, and all that stuff. So we'll come up with something. Okay, I said I had a question for you. I don't even know where the hell we were at, so I got a question for you. Trivia question. As Mike mentioned, doing a video about the Sony PlayStation, right, Mike? Am I saying that right? You talked about doing
there's like a game I wanted to cover on it, but I got to make sure I can, my recording equipment can record from a PS2. So I want to check that first before I do it.
So the Sony's PlayStation. I don't know if it was going to be called the PlayStation, but who was going to produce a home brew console using CD technology in conjunction with Sony before
that was
PlayStation?
Nintendo. That was Nintendo.
Yeah. Before PlayStation even happened, Nintendo supposedly had a deal with Sony.
Yeah.
Because they were using cartridges and they wanted to start using CD technology, and they had a deal reached with Sony.
Yeah.
And Consumer Electronics Show back whatever year that was, Sony went on and announced when it was their turn to get up and talk that they were going to do this with Nintendo. And I heard the very next day, Nintendo got up there and said, we are coming out with a CD-based home video console. We are partnering with, who did they say they were partnering?
Panasonic or Philips? Yeah, Philips came out with the CDI then after.
Yeah, remember the Zelda games?
Yeah, that's why they came out. Yeah, with the terrible, the terrible Zelda games, and was it Hotel Mario or not Hotel Mario? They had the Mario game.
Some sort of Mario game on it, yeah.
But it's just so interesting that we talked earlier about Warner Brothers having this demise with Nintendo and then working it out and coming out to great profitability. But then Nintendo got sideways with Sony Corporation. And to this day, it probably haunts them that you've got Sony PlayStations out there that are heavily competing with their Nintendo products. So, and then of course, Xbox, I haven't heard any stories about any intertwining with them. That was just Bill Gates and Microsoft saying, we're going to get in the game too.
Yep, pretty much.
So that was my little bit of trivia tonight about Nintendo. And I thought, and Mike, you nailed them. Well, you both nailed it. You both knew what they were.
Yeah, when I worked at Montgomery Ward, they had the Philips CDI there. And I remember them running a little demo that had the Zelda games and that Mario game. In the morning, we would unload the truck and take stock out to the floor, and I'd be walking past that at rate as in electronics, they would fire that CDI up, and I would walk past watching that demo of those games and stuff all the time. But I also remember that CDI was expensive as hell. Even on my Montgomery Ward's paycheck, I knew that I couldn't afford that thing unless I signed up for the Montgomery Ward credit card there,
Isn't that funny? My first wife worked at Montgomery Ward, and I spent a lot of time in there picking her up to and from work. And I remember shopping in there a lot because you did get a discount. I remember the first major purchase I remember was buying a microwave from Montgomery Ward. and even with the employee discount, I mean, for the money, that money nowadays would be crazy. I mean, you know, compared to what I think something made me think about that the other day as I was walking through Walmart and I saw a pretty nice looking just countertop microwave, nothing fancy under the, you know, over the stove thing, but still a microwave. It's $39.95. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I want to think that this was back in the '80s or late '70s. I think I paid $400 or $500 for mine.
Yeah. We didn't have a microwave for a long time, or a VCR growing up. My mom, she just cooked everything with the conventional oven, you know. And finally, I think my aunt and uncle bought them one. They were like, "You got to have one." My mom was just like a country girl growing up, you know. I don't want one of these things. And finally, they bought us one, you know. And for us kids, that was great because finally, at that point, my mom did finally get a job. She was a stay-at-home mom, so we could come home and do the microwave French fries and that kind of crap when we got home from school. So we thought that was the greatest thing. But my dad bought a dehumidifier in the late 70s from Montgomery Ward. And that thing still works to this day. He still has it in his basement. So, I mean, they built things to last back in the day, at least. It might have been pricey, but there you are, you know, 40 plus years later, that thing's still running like a champ.
I wish I could find pictures of it. You know, over the years, you know, I worry about losing digital pictures. You know, a lot of photos are lost. But talking about department stores, I'm going to switch gears to Sears Roebuck, which there was a Sears within walking distance of my house that I grew up from. I mean, it was right down the hill from us. And one of the first motorcycle, I mean, street legal 250cc motorcycle was a Ted Williams. It had Ted Williams. Who was Ted Williams? A ball player or a golfer? I forget. But anyway, it was a Ted, but it was made by Sears Roebuck motorcycle. 250cc Ted Williams motorcycle. A lot of Sears stuff had Ted Williams' name on it. I just remember that name, but I can't remember if he was a ball player or a golfer.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, it's just interesting what, you know, J.C. Penney. So J.C. Penney still around?
Yep. Yeah, there's still pennies around.
Montgomery Ward is already Montgomery.
Well, Montgomery Ward is mail order now. Well, online order, also mail order, but they were bought by, you remember Swiss Colony did the mail order foods around Christmas time and stuff? That's what runs them now. I actually got a Christmas catalog from Montgomery Ward this year, a real Christmas catalog that I just threw out. I had it here all over the holiday season. It has a toy section in it, electronics and everything, but it's just like ordering online. And the whole reason I got that is because that flashback, Atari 50 flashback that came out last year, when it first came out in the States, it was only available through Montgomery Ward. That's the devil!
Ted Williams had the hitting record for years and years. Like, he might still have the best batting average in Major League Baseball. He ended his career at over 400 batting average.
Okay, so he's a ball player. Yeah, okay.
He was a baseball player. He was a phenomenal baseball player. And that's brake lights in front of me because now we're still in traffic. But we are on the road. So I'm gonna leave again, but I am watching the show.
Nice.
Thank you, Satan, in portrait mode. Thank you, Satan.
Well, that's nice to know. We did figure that out. Now he did throw him. I did not throw him off the show. I didn't touch anything. I've been sitting here with my hand, but he's still in the green room. There, he finally left the green room. So, we were talking about. Yeah, I did get a Swiss Colony. My wife likes to order gifts for certain family and friends, like, you know, the gal that does her hair and stuff like that. She'll get stuff like, and they do have cool stuff. But let's see, and J.C. Penney, Montgomery Ward, Sears Roebuck. I just remember the big catalogs. My God, big old thick phone book things full of ladies' underwear.
Oh yeah. That was the Fredericks of Hollywood PG-13 version.
Yeah. If you want to go full on R, you went to the library and you got you a copy of National Geographic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The women of Uganda. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. But my buddy had a few of those.
These kids nowadays, you know, they got it so tough. All you got to do is type in Google porn. I mean,
My buddy had a few of the old original Playboys that he stole from his grandfather's house. And he had these things. His mom, at one point when he was little, bought him this puzzle. It was E.T. and Michael Jackson puzzle. Okay. So he had these old Playboys hidden in there underneath the puzzle pieces. So when I would come over for sleepovers, we'd get out the puzzle, you know, and you'd pull out the old Playboys. And these things would have been worth something, especially now. Well, his mom was cleaning up his room one day, and she was going to take some stuff to the, you know, charity or whatever. And she found those Playboys. And she was a really religious person. She found those, and she was so mad. He was grounded for life. And she burnt those things. And I think about it now, and it's like, wow, those things were like in perfect condition and would have been worth so much now. She burnt those Playboys, and he was in big trouble, wasn't allowed to do anything for a long time. And well, I don't know how much they would have been worth. We were staring at them and probably bending all the pages, and, you know, but wow, the good old days.
Mr. Livebar said something about Grand Design is the name of the game you guys were talking about. Is that?
That's Arcade Chaos's game that he purchased.
Annalyn,
Annabelle,
Anal Beads.
Plug.
Operation Shutdown.
Yeah, yeah. Thank goodness I couldn't afford it, right? I thought a few times about adding it to my collection just to have it, that and the 3DO, but I still haven't added those to my collection. I think I'd much rather have an Atari XEGS for my collection first before I add anything else to it.
Nice.
Operation Shutdown also knew that it was Ted Williams that played for the Red Sox.
Andy Williams?
Ted Williams. And I have a feeling that Poe is making that up. Yes, most of the Poe says he's made it.
Yeah, which part? I made up so much stuff tonight that I don't remember. Anagram?
Oh, hey, guys, I got to take off and go pick up my son from his youth group. So I'll be back, though.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, I've probably got about 5 minutes left in me, so if we're not here when you get back, I apologize, but I got to look at the time, and I've got something I got to get caught up on too. So,
all right,
thanks, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
Yep, see you guys later.
All right, have a good one.
Well, Poe, I don't know about you, but I've got to get here pretty soon, so unless you got something big to bring up, I'm just going to throw it into you to give any final thoughts for the first show of the year.
No, that's about it. I covered the fast food and the ET. I'm going to get to those as soon as I can because I'm really looking forward to that, and probably a lot of stuff on the iArcade in between. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing my Mr. Do here. I'm going to try to edit that video during the work week. Mr. Do Run. That's a fun game.
Cool.
Yeah. That's about it for me. Probably going to do some original Mario Brothers on some of my other systems here too. Start that series up soon.
I want to get back to what started the whole thing for me, and that was my Raspberry Pi and that little build I got from Arcade Punks. It's got all those arcade games on it. I like to just start going back through them, you know. And plus, I have bought a ton of stuff. I kind of do like you do. We've talked about it. I bought the Switch. I'll see a game. Donut Dodo. Bought it.
Oh yeah.
We all played it. Then I bought something else and moved on. I was going through my collection the other day. I think, you know, I don't do many reviews or stuff, so I thought I'd just show this tonight. Everybody know what Temu is? Temu. You know, I recently, it's basically a little Chihuahua I buy we're we're those people. We buy our little dog clothes, and they have clothes that are buck and a half. You know, you're not wasting a lot of money. But I found this on. It's kind of cool. It's a Nintendo Switch. When Cheryl first saw it, she says, "Oh, it's a suitcase for Betty, the Chihuahua's clothes." And I said, "No, it's not. This is kind of cool. You know, I've got the 2 Nintendo Switches now, and I'm primarily using the OLED one. But this was kind of neat, and I found it was like $7. But it's a complete case for your Switch that's got foam protection in here, and it's kind of cool. It will hold it holds everything. It holds your Switch. I can't turn it up too far. It's got your place for your power supply, your HDMI cable, your dock, and the PlayStation, and a controller. Your extra controllers, those little covers for the controllers, all in one little thing. So if you're gonna say you're gonna go, well, like next week, I'm gonna be up at your house. You've got that extra room set up for me with that big TV in it, and I can just bring this up and hook it up in that room you're providing for me, and I can sit up there and play Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, that's pretty slick.
So anyway, for $7 or $8, I just thought I'd tell you, you know, Temu gets a lot of slack, but I've been buying stuff through them, and I was surprised. I ordered this. Well, it got here 2 or 3 days ago, and I ordered it just after. I mean, it didn't seem like it took more than 10 days to get here anyway. I don't know. It wasn't that long. So some things are long, some things aren't, but kind of cool. So that's my latest purchase for my, and I've got another item that I have purchased for my Switch that I'm going to have on the show next week if it arrives, but I'll show then. I'm not going to give that away until next week. So that's all I've got. I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Poe and I want to thank you. Again, I'll get with G Gage with his prize. Derek, I got to get with you for your prize that we mentioned last week. Just got really behind. But I want to thank everybody that showed up. G Gage, Mr. Livewire, Derek, as always, my friend from let's see, Grand Design Operation Shutdown. Help me out here, Poe. Do you see anybody in there that's that I'm missing? Just like to try to mention everybody here. The fellow that came over from my watching our Big B73. If you're still around, thanks for showing up tonight. Shoot, I always hate this because then I get started. And Kelly F, Bart, thanks for stopping by. I think I hit most everybody highlighted. Hollywood Polo, of course. Salty Army is Legion. So we're starting to get some really good turnout with people in the chat. If I missed you, I apologize, but I think we had a good time tonight. So that being said, definitely. Unless you got anything, Poe, I'm gonna bring it down here and show some type of outro. So
that's it from me.
Well, let's see what it takes. This will take us off the air. Good night, everybody. Thanks for the first year, 2024. Look forward to a good year, 2024. We're gonna have a lot of fun, exciting stuff. It'll be a lot better than tonight, for sure.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm, where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes